Hello and welcome back to Operation the Void. I'm your host, Forgotten Void, and this week we are showcasing Raptor Rescue and the Kid. If you want to see about Kid, follow this link that should pop up in the corner, and that should show you the previous video that I showcased the Kid, where I have the modules and captain skills that I use. Anyways, as you could see in Raptor Rescue, we are in a division. We have Untamed in a Growl, Wacky Wyatt in a Kaga, and in a Kid, and we are an AA division. The Kid can use either Def AA or Speed Boost. I have Def AA just because I don't like planes coming at me. It's fine if the planes are attacking my enemies, but not me. Anyways, I asked my division mate Growl, Untamed in the Growl, if he would like a smoke screen because that gets a reload boost based on how long it's undetected. So it's the special orders mechanic based on being undetected. But he said he doesn't need it, so I am not throwing out a smoke screen. Instead, I am shooting and attracting attention. First from the Alba. And the Alba wasn't actually targeting me. The shells just went my way because it was looking at my way when the target it wanted to shoot came up. And that's how bots work. They shoot at something. They shoot, turn their guns, then shoot again at the target. Targeting the same thing both times. So here we are. We're just going straight line as far as we can. We're going to be going after the carrier. Use our Def AA for something. You see, Wacky hasn't turned around for a second flight, and that's because he's going to spot while everybody else takes care of the battleship. And there he spots the enemy cruisers. Spotting them early means that they're more likely to shoot and be shot at, and our allies are more likely to go and engage them rather than hiding and waiting for something to be spotted. And if the allies just sit around and hide, then the cruisers don't get spotted until it's too late, and they will start damaging the Raptor. That's another thing. By being out here, I would spot them eventually, hopefully. But Wacky, on the other hand, is being our scout. Now I'm opening up using the island as cover so that I can shoot without being detected. There we go. 3 shell hits. Another 4 shell hits. So we're going to swap to torpedoes, and we're going to... The Alba's probably going to speed up, so... Right now we are testing the Alba to see what's speeding and slowing down, and we decided a little bit ahead because we're pretty sure it's going to speed up from this position since it slowed down for its turn. I would have preferred to throw out the torpedoes earlier because a 2-minute reload means it's going to be a long time. Not sure when we're checking, and yes, the Alba did speed up, and so only the furthest most torpedo gets a hit. And we have spotted the Nagato. There's a cruiser going to be with it, but this means that we already know where even if it's a south exit, there's not going to be a Congo to the south. So,
This is Raptor. Moving out.
and there's the carrier. And the reason why I'm okay with doing this is one, the kid has a lot of AA. Two, the kid has a heal. So you see, it misses its first set of rockets. I start throwing the AAs up, and so actually pretty effective at taking care of the aircraft. And there's the Fubuki.
This is engineer. All stations.
But the thing is, because we have the battleship up there with the cruiser, we have 4 ships effectively shooting at us. This is why most destroyers would not want to go this way. And there, that's a big chunk out of us from the carrier's planes. Okay, we got the Fubuki down. And we are now out of the way for the most of the shells from the battleship and cruiser. All that's left is the Shokaku. And it's within our smoke firing penalty, and it has just left our smoke firing penalty. So right now we are blind firing using the explosions as a where it hits to guide our shells. Now we're at a move to where we can start farming on the battleship. So you see, we actually lost quite a bit of HP from this encounter. Sometimes if I'm bringing a different destroyer that doesn't have a heal, this is all the impact I will make, is taking care of the Fubuki and the carrier, which does 2 things. One, it keeps the allies towards protecting the carrier and going in the correct path, because if they all go for the carrier up here, then another battleship or whatnot will come up, and destroyer, and it will come up and they won't see it, and the Ranger will be destroyed.
Torpedoes to starboard. Smoke generator started.
And there we go, we do a full spread because the Nagato will be speeding up. And with that, we start focusing on the Myoko because the Myoko is faster. And there it shot where we were because it wanted to shoot a different target, but it was targeting us. If we had stayed still instead of creeping forward, then that might have well hit us. Okay, and there's the Myoko down. Now to start farming the Nagato. We try and aim for the superstructure. And we only got 1 torpedo hit because I am too far ahead. I should have only done half a click of head instead of a full. The half of the white. And see, now is where it actually speeds up. And this is what I was expecting for it to do earlier. And that is why I did the full targeting reticle ahead. And there we go. Now that's done. And since with Raptor, we already had the second wave. The first wave was north. The second wave was the Nagato here. Now all you have is the final wave and possibly the teleport spawns. Final wave being either battleships and cruisers on the J line or battleships and cruisers in the 0-1 line spawning around G1. G0, G1. Either way, we need to move further south. And here, yes, here is where I would like to have the speed boost, but I was happy to have Def A against the carrier planes this time. So for Raptor Rescue, it really is either or. Either works. If you have the Def A, you should go after the carrier. If you don't have the Def A, then you probably just go after different targets or use the smoke more often than not, and then I did. And so far I've only used one smoke, and I'm probably only going to use one more. And with 4 smokes, that's we're only using a little. And the Nagato and the Key have spawned. It was fun when that was a Musashi. But no, Nagato and Key. Key is important because it has torpedoes. It's a Magi hull with the 100mm guns that have the 30mm HE pen, and it has torpedoes. Means it is one of the better brawling Japanese battleships. Don't know why I'm going for the nose here. Oh, I'm going for the nose, trying to set a fire. It's not like I'm going to actually penetrate the nose, because the nose is 27mm and I only pen up to 26mm. We're gonna have torpedoes out. Not sure what the repulse is doing. Weaving those shots in between the repulse superstructure. There we go. We get 2 torpedo hits. The thing about the Key and the Magi, they do have kind of a turtle back. So doing broadside drive-bys like that is not going to go over well. And there's no more Key. We're going after the Furutaka. Furutaka's dead. Now we have the Alba. We're going ahead and trying to get all of our guns off of it on it. But with 6 minutes left, we have about 30 seconds before the teleport spawns. At which point, I was going to go for the teleport spawn right in front of us, but the repulse is right there, so if it were to just sit there, it would be right next to the teleport spawn. Which is why we are turning around for the Mogami or Myoko, whichever one spawns up north, because it would be going straight for Wyatt and no one else would be in position to handle it. And we're also swapping to armor piercing just in case our torpedoes don't reload in time. And you'll see why I have armor piercing in just a moment. As we're right up next to a Myoko. And there we go. 5 hits, 3 of them were. And there's another 5 Citadel hits. So in the first 10 hits, 8 of them were citadels. And that is why we load armor piercing.
Battle ends in 5 minutes.
And that is why, as a Japanese... Oh, sorry, what? That is why, as a Japanese cruiser, you don't want to give your broadside to anything. Because even destroyers, when destroyers get close enough, they will citadel you with armor piercing. Clan battles, that is actually a tactic when someone brings a Mogami or a Tone or a Tago. You're in a French destroyer, you're swapped armor piercing, and through the side you go. And you will gun them down faster than they can gun you down. Sometimes faster than they reload. Anyways, here we are, we're almost finished. As you see, I'm launching torpedoes. That ship over there, the captain's ship, the paper ship, it goes by a few different names. It's a Nuremberg or Königsberg model. If you hit it with torpedoes, you get a secret achievement called Insert Coin. But as I already have the achievements, and we don't have enough time for me to get the hit. Anyways, the kit itself is not it's not really that great of a ops boat because it only has the one set of torpedoes, and for destroyers torpedoes are your life usually, but we have 331 gun hits and 10 torpedo hits for a good 250k in Raptor Rescue. You see they have the 8 citadels that were all in the Myoko. And this actually puts us on top of the team with our 27 planes shot down as well. So you see we did all the damage to the Shokaku. Only 23 of those planes, of the Shokaku's planes, were shot down. And then for the Myoko that we shot down, and this I believe was the 14 AP shells for 20k damage. That was the teleport spawn. And then you have the Nagato, that 1 torpedo hit, and then we had 70 shells hits. That was the northern spawn. The Fubuki that we killed full to 0. The Ki. And we actually didn't do that much to any of the other ships. I guess the Alba and the Myoko over here that we did damage to. We had the 14 armor piercing shells for 20k. Otherwise, we only used high explosive. And out of our 515 shells shot, we hit 317. That's actually, we had really good accuracy this game. But that brings us as guns at 128k damage, whereas torpedoes did 114. This was one of the rare cases where we were able to make good use of the torpedoes and get a lot of damage with the kit. And that's why I say for destroyers you need to have good torpedoes. Usually that is the majority of your damage. In fact, we had another 9k from floodings and not that much from fires, even though we hit 317 shells. And as for it, we were using greens, so that's why we only have 500k of credits, 2k for free XP, and 10k of elite commander because we have a 21 point commander. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, thumbs down. If you want to watch more videos and you are not subscribed already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. All you subscribers, I thank you for subscribing, and I hope to see you again next week with the next video. Have a good